And we are back live from Kansas City. It's Luis Moreno and Dave Fink. Men's quarterfinal match
0-0
for the Fireball Classic. Now, Fred, both of these guys not necessarily traditional three-wall players, but
1-0.
you can say they have something in common. Dave Fink won a lot of three-wall junior championships, and Luis Moreno has done the same.
Yeah. Well, Luis's game is good out here. I hated that last shot because he didn't hit it.
That's tough. Dave gets it, steps in with the offhand.
See what he does with this. Right in front of him. Come on, Luis.
Are you a color commentator, or are you his father for this match? Which Fred are we talking to?
I'm going to criticize both of them.
Okay.
I'm not prejudiced.
I am.
0-1. Short.
Cannot hear the referee's
Second serve.
microphone there. We'll try to keep you update on the score if we can hear it. Nice dig from Luis, and he actually gets that ball. Let's hear the score here.
1-1.
There it is.
Point.
Oh, that's a nice serve right there.
That's a good serve.
2-1. Point.
See,
Moreno makes
now,
it look effortless.
Yeah, he's taking a full swing. That's the
3-1.
difference. Instead of tapping it.
That ball's going to make it.
Point.
Dave Fink is going to have to get aggressive returning the
4-1.
serve. Oops.
Side out.
You see that natural hook Luis put on that ball?
1-4.
Great shot.
Side out.
Great pass.
Dave is telling me that it's over. That he can't beat Luis. Do you read his lips there on the cameras? Look at
I
that
hope he's
serve.
not saying that.
That's what he's saying. Read his lips.
No.
Dave Fink's saying it's over.
He's got to fight.
5-1.
Come on, Dave, fight.
5 serves 1.
You got him going the wrong way.
6-1. Point.
Wow, these so like he's on a pitching machine here. Just
I
serving
hate
balls
his
over
body language. Come on,
7-1.
Dave, fight.
7 serves 1. Look at that. He's getting Dave to go to the right, then to the left.
No, Dave's got to concentrate. Watch him.
8-1.
Watch his feet. Good return. That's a way to be aggressive.
1-8.
1 serves 8.
He forced it.
Side out.
Too much pressure.
8-1.
He's got to stick with it. Stay with the solid game.
Dave gave us that I give up look 2 times in a row just in case we missed it the first time. 9-1 is the score here.
9-1.
Luis has the serve. Wow, that ball was deep. It was out, and Dave just gave him a free point.
10-1.
What was that?
Point.
This is frustrating. I played Luis on a 4-wall court recently, and this is how I looked.
1.
That ball hits Luis. Luis, a lot like Andy Nett.
Dave's got to get hot with the serve here in order to get back in this game.
Second serve.
Got to change the momentum.
Sorry.
Bill's not going to call that?
That was a hinder. He didn't see it, but he thought he had sight of it. That's why he's not giving it to him.
That's the worst call this tournament. My gosh. It's terrible.
Point.
Someone needs to get the hook out.
Point.
So, you know,
Dave Fink's finally
Luis
scores
is
here.
let down a little bit. He needs to pop that return to serve. See what he does with this. Hinder. Yeah, he didn't hit it. He's trying to aim it instead of cracking it.
I can see Luis just going with a strong fist to the ceiling off to the left side and pushing Dave all the way out here to the grandstands.
You got a break.
They're playing 4-wall in here right now.
See what he does with this. Right in front of him.
Point.
Well, he knows. He knows.
5-11. Point.
Took his eye up the ball.
Yeah, but the ball made the front wall. I don't think he thought that it made it.
6-11.
6-11 is the score now with Dave Fink serving. Luis looking really odd in these last 3 or 4 rallies here.
He missed 3 easy shots, and he's mad at himself because he knows.
You're watching the WPH EKTELON Fireball Handball Classic. Earlier today, it was Emmett Pachot in the upper bracket semifinal versus Nikolai Nahorniak. Wins 21-16, 21-5. Andy Nett pulls off his second straight upset here at these games, defeating Alan Garner yesterday. Today gets the Great Dane Zakowski, losing in the first game 21-19, winning the second one by the same score, and then closing him out in that tiebreaker 11-0. He advances to play Emmett Pachot coming up this afternoon. Luis Moreno here versus Fink, but in the bottom part of that lower quarterfinal bracket, it was Dave Chapman defeating Bill Michelis 21-17, 21-12. This is the first game between these two. The winner faces Dave Chapman later this afternoon.
All right, time in. 6-11.
Serve.
Point.
7-11.
7-11.
See what he does with this step.
Side out.
Well, let's see if he can regain the momentum.
11-7.
And caught the side wall. Set up.
Side out.
Took something off the ball and missed it again. It's got to hit the ball hard.
7-11.
7 serves 11. See if Dave goes to the roof here.
Post up a setup.
They do not work well out here.
Right in his hands.
Point.
Dave's wife, Trish, is
8-11.
watching the live webcast. His father, Rodney, his mom, Dee Dee, all watching the live webcast. Those shots don't work well out here, Fred. Those are 4-wall shots.
Right in his hand.
Side out.
That's too bad he didn't follow through.
11-8.
That's actually a true statement.
Short. Second serve.
Referee decided not to give him a technical because he actually agreed with what he was saying.
Big reverse.
Here it is. Now he's starting into his antics. This is the reason why.
Ref's got to calm him down now. Calm him down.
8.
Come on, say something.
That ball's deep. Score is 12-8. Second serve.
Second serve.
Now the crowd is really enjoying this, though, Fred. That was deep, too, and that's a double fault for young Moreno. He just needs to get the ball into play.
8-12.
Dave Fink motivates himself by yelling at himself.
Great shot.
Point.
You'll see that Dave is still talking to himself here.
9-12.
9 serves 12. That's out. Now 10-12.
Ever since that non-hinder call, he's gotten back in the match. I think that bothered him, and he lost the momentum. See what he does with that. Great shot.
Point.
There's going to be a timeout call here soon from Luis Moreno, and if not soon, it should happen soon. Now we have a tie ball game, and Luis was up 10-1. You remember a long ball that Luis served, and Dave just hit it in the ground, giving Luis his 9th point, a free point. Now Dave Fink has the lead against Luis Moreno. I guess yelling works.
12-12.
I was yelling like that at a game of chess the other day. That's a nice shot from
in-betweener. Caught him.
Right out.
Fink needs to make his decision to take the step in immediately on that.
12,
I think he
12.
misjudged it.
12 serves 12.
Whoops.
Point.
Going right there, right in your hand. You can't return it because you suck.
13-12.
13 serves 12.
There's a good return. Trouble. See what he does with this. Terrible shot. He's got it. Good get. Left it up. Nice get it, but it's out.
Uh-oh. Watch.
Take it easy, Dave. You call a timeout? 1 minute. Timeout, Luis.
Dave was just kicking the chair into the shade so he can sit down on it. I mean, it's it's what needs to be done. You're watching the WPH EKTELON Fireball Classic, and this crowd is absolutely loving what they're seeing from Dave Fink, but for the wrong reasons. Luis Moreno trying to keep cool over here, and then Bill Michelis, he kind of likes it too.
Yeah.
Well, Dave just made a great comeback, so he's back in the match. He went from giving up to now he's
better than the bar,
he's playing very intense. He's got to keep his wits about him.
Time in, 14-12.
Score is 14-12. Good serve from Luis.
Point.
Good timeout. You're smart, Dave. Call a timeout, moron.
He's actually yelling at himself. He's not yelling at the player or the ref.
Good return.
Luis knows how to exploit that right hand of Dave's. Dave is a natural lefty. 15-12.
Great return. Beautiful. Set up. See, we put it away.
Nice dig right there from Luis. Luis is just pushing Dave left and right. Why doesn't one of these guys go up to the roof? They're playing four-wall, Fred. There it is.
They're playing potsy ball.
That ball just doesn't work out here.
Snuck one in there. Dave was hanging back.
And that's a quick timeout call from Luis Moreno after that 30-shot rally.
Timeout, Dave.
Actually 29. I fudged a little bit just to make it sound good.
12.
Incredible handball out here in the sense that you know what these guys are going through, Fred. You've played you played a defensive style of game. I didn't watch you play three-wall. Did you have the same technique in three-wall as you did in four-wall, the same mentality? Or were you a guy that would drive the ball?
Well, you got to drive the ball out here. There's no question about it. The key to, again, to winning in three-wall is serving and return to serve. And once you get the serve back and you're in the volley, then you've got to be able to hit the ball deep and drive it so that your opponent can't cut the ball off. In other words, I learned how to play three-wall watching Marty Decatur, and Marty had one of the best overhand games. Not because he hit it high, but because he placed it so well. He was able to drive the ball and put it on a trajectory where the ball was bouncing at the guy's feet, and they weren't able to cut it off on the fly. And as a result, you know, they'd come back with sort of a soft shot, and then he would bring them back again, and he'd be able to put the ball down both side walls. And that's really the key to playing the game. You know, I wouldn't call it a defensive game. It's really an offensive driving game.
Wait a minute now.
You know,
all good.
With this ceiling, they hit a lot of ceiling shots. But really, the game is to be able to drive it on a line where the ball is bouncing in front of the player.
12.
Score is 16-12.
See what he does with this. That's a good drive. It's got him back deep, and then he cuts it off.
Smart handball.
Yeah. Point.
Don't hit it. Waste everyone's time.
No, that's it. You need to bounce the ball in front. Tough serve.
Point.
Dave Fink just called himself a scrub bum. It's a new one for me.
$18-12.
18 serves 12.
Check ball, please.
Are you okay with Let me know if you're not out.
Yeah, I'm fine.
18,
your fans love it.
12.
That's the way to hit the ball sidearm. Full swing.
19-12.
19 serves 12. Boy, those serves are dangerous. That's a reverse, a wicked reverse that actually jams into the wall. And the thing that Luis does different than some of the players of the past
game point
or currently playing is he hits that ball so hard with so much good movement, Fred.
Deep.
Well, that's it, especially outdoors. You know, we saw what Andy Nett did earlier.
Second serve.
Oops.
There it is.
Nice game.
Point. 5 minutes, guys.
Dave Fink loses that first game 21-12. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back here from Kansas City in just a few. The WPH EKTELON Fireball Handball Classic, Kansas City, Kansas. For Fred Lewis and Omar Lemus, I'm Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. Stick here. And we are back live in Kansas City for the KCAC 3-wall handball championships. This is game number 2. Alongside Fred Lewis, I'm Dave Vincent. A couple quick points for Luis Moreno. Boy, that wicked. Now, I saw earlier, Fred Lewis, you went down and talked to Dave Fink. Were you there to settle him down?
Well, I was trying to calm him down a little bit. I told him, I said, you made a good comeback in the game, and stop beating yourself up, because then you start believing it. Just go out there and play handball. It's a good shot.
I believe the score is 4-0 here.
It's a good deep volley. It's a tough shot coming up here, and tough. Right in front of the long line.
5-0. This is the second game.
It's a good shot, chasing him out of there. Beauty. All right, let's see if he can calm down and run some points. Oh, caught the side wall.
Nice shot right there from Fink.
And here's a put away. There you go.
You saw earlier Dave Chapman faced with that same thing that Moreno was just faced with. Didn't even walk in. He just stayed back. Said, I'm not going to spell any energy here.
There's a serve. So now he's making a little run.
2 serves 5. Dave Fink between games came over and said he's done, that he's retiring from handball. This is his last match. We've heard that 100 times. 150 actually. Another nice serve.
He found something down the right. He's got a good serve going. He's putting a little reverse on it, and the ball's straightening out.
Now, you don't think this is a screen when Dave goes behind himself on that serve?
No. Well, it depends.
I mean, look where he's lining up here.
That's okay. Well, see, he got lazy on that shot. He got lazy. That's why he missed. He was trying to make an easy shot.
5 serves 4. 4 straight points for Dave Fink. You're not going to win an up-front game with Luis. Why these players do not try to pop that ceiling ball every now and then.
Well, not even a ceiling ball, but when you got a guy up front, you got to pass him. There's no back wall here to save you, so you can hit passing shots here that normally would be setups off the back wall.
6 serves 4.
But here they go off the court. It's a good return. See what he does with this.
That was a nice athletic move from Luis, but Dave Fink ends up getting the side out.
Yeah.
Wow, that ball just busted in on that wall.
He hit a big natural. It's a good serve. So he's got Luis thinking now.
Five serve 6. Another nice serve right there. Another natural, and Luis is going to have to call a timeout here.
Well, he's misjudging it. Not reading the ball. Right at his feet. Here's a setup. Hits it right back to him because he reversed it instead of hitting it hard.
That was a really beautiful shot right there from Luis Moreno. 6-6, I believe, is a score. Second game, Luis wins the first one, 21-12.
Yeah.
That's deep. As Luis gets tired, as he gets tired, his serve also gets a little tired.
Right in front of him again. This is lazy handball. Lazy handball. He's just not moving his feet.
And that's a timeout call from Luis Moreno. Score here is 6-6. tonight at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time will be the semifinals, I believe. Emmett Pashot and Andy Nett will play that match at 6 o'clock. And then immediately afterwards at 7, it's going to be Dave Chapman versus the winner of this one. They're already in the big money right now, these guys are. This EKTELON Fireball WPH Classic tournament that we're holding here in Kansas City is the first of its kind. They have done one-off pro stops before that had money in it. This isn't necessarily the first one to ever do that, but the prize money is really big. Winner gets $4,000 in cash, Fred.
Boy, I wish I was playing.
What were the prize? What would you get for first place in three-wall tournament when you played?
Trophy.
I guess that is a little different than 4,000. I'm sure that was gold-plated, right? I mean, sterling silver, 100%. Nice shot.
Out.
That ball just jumped off of Luis's hand, off the front wall as well. Now Dave Fink is leading here, 7-6. I didn't see that, Fred. What happened?
It was a short. Luis is talking to himself, so this is going to be a very interesting match from here on out.
Why does Luis get so down? And look at that shot right there from Dave Fink. Now 8-6.
Side out.
And Dave's going to say something to the crowd here. Nope.
No, I think Dave's calmed down a little bit.
6-8.
Tough
Point.
serve. Deep reverse.
7-8.
7 serves 8.
See what he does with this. See? This is lazy handball. Terrible.
Fred actually has seen me play.
Side out.
It's lazier handball than this.
He knows it too.
8-7.
8 serves 7. Dave Fink serving.
Good serve.
Point.
That's a nice serve right there from Dave. It's close to a screen though, Fred. I mean, look where he's standing. I mean, Luis,
9-7.
the rule is you have to see the ball 5 feet off the
Yeah,
front
but
wall.
Luis didn't make a move for it until after it was past the short line because he was fooled. He thought he was going to the left.
That's a nice
It's
little
not
wrinkle.
his fault.
Nice little wrinkle from Dave Fink. Scoring another point. Fink is getting his points off Luis on the serve.
Deep. Ball's deep. Second serve.
I believe that the reason why these guys aren't going deep is because
Great shot.
they just aren't comfortable deep themselves. They'd rather play that up
Side
front
out.
type game.
7-10.
7 serves 10, second game. To the corner. That's
Point.
kind of the Pat and Luis shot.
Eight 10.
Beautiful shot right there.
Got a break.
9-10 now the score.
9-10. Side out.
Let's count the number of times he's hit the ball soft like that and missed.
10-9. Side out.
See, he hit that one hard. That's why he made the shot. Got to take a full swing. This isn't darts. It's handball.
9-10.
9 serves 10. Well, Luis, if it were darts, he would still be good at that game. Incredible athlete.
There you go. Took a full swing.
Score is now 10-10. Dave Fink lost the first one, 21-12.
10-10. Hold it. Sorry. I didn't think you wanted it. My fault.
I think I would have let
10-10.
the players play through on that one.
Point.
I think Dave didn't want the hinder either because he gave Luis a chance to serve again.
11-10.
11 serves 10.
See what he does with that.
Smart. Player that can figure that game out. That actually hit a car out in the parking lot. Dave is actually saying that he would like to have a ball that's been played with, not this brand new ball. Because Luis is serving, and of course he doesn't want a brand new ball. He's looking for a played with ball.
That's the one you guys
And
wound up
he's
with.
granted that.
I thought you wanted to
That's
wait
a
for
smart
it to
veteran
go.
move. I don't know if it's legal, but it's smart. At least he asked it.
13-10.
He knows that Luis is serving. 13-10.
See what he does with this.
Smart.
Playing conservative.
I don't know if that's conservative. I think that's smart handball. That sets up for that next shot right there. I think that's very intelligent to pop that ball to the ceiling. It becomes an
14-10.
offensive weapon. 14-10. Second game. Luis looking really good here.
So he stood up
Right out.
instead of spreading out. He didn't follow through.
10-14.
See what he does with that. Well,
That was smart.
got a break.
Side out.
He wanted a hinder.
No.
Timeout.
I don't know what this call is here, I guess.
I think he wanted.
Dave is calling
he
a
took a
timeout.
timeout.
I don't know what the screen is that he's talking about. I saw
The
when
ball
he
came
stopped.
off the side wall, and he didn't see it for a second. He didn't really get a good shot at it.
Yeah, I guess I must have missed out on that. You're watching the WPH EKTELON Fireball Handball Classic with Tommy Little taking some pictures down courtside. Our camera kind of looking in at Dave Fink and Tommy down here. Dave was playing fairly well, not at the beginning of this, but he came back, and then now Luis looks really comfortable, Fred, using the roof, stepping in, killing the next shot. His serves seem to be right on, and he's settling down just a little bit.
No, it's all about getting in a comfort zone. Dave's got to put a little bit more pressure on him with the deep shots.
Point.
Unbelievable serve.
16-10.
16 serves 10.
Point.
Now Luis is
Cracks and sliders.
17-10.
going to go to the left here. No.
See what he does with that. Yeah, he's going.
That's smart. Luis steps in and does that.
Right out.
And it's a skip.
Yeah, why? Because he took something off it instead of hitting it.
10-17.
10 serve 17.
See if he can get back in the game. Whoops.
Check ball, please.
That ball hit Luis right in the face.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the only time Luis has ever been hit in the eye with a handball is when he's done it to himself.
11-17.
11-17. Nice.
Point.
Now let's.
Got to raise that return to serve. It's got to come up high.
12-17.
Look at
Nice
that.
hop. See what he does with that.
Point.
Good return. See, when he stays calm, he makes
13-17.
points.
You talking about Luis or Dave?
Dave. He's got game. He's got a good game.
Second serve.
Second serve, 13-17.
Out.
Stayed
See
in.
what he does with that. Oh. See that? Took something
That
off
has
the ball.
to be a screen, no?
No. Absolutely not. Luis left the ball up.
14-17.
14 serve 17. That ball's going to make it.
Point.
Now
See,
15 to
I like
17.
what Dave is doing. I like it.
We're going to see a timeout coming out if Dave scores another point.
15-17.
15 to 17. I anticipate that.
Great serve.
Now we should see a timeout.
He's back in the game.
16-17.
16 to 17 here. Nice.
Side out.
Oh, he got a break there. He caught Dave napping.
17-16.
17 serve 16.
Point.
That was not a hard
No,
serve
he
to
didn't.
return.
He had to get under it. He didn't bend enough.
18-16.
18-16.
Now the serves
Point.
are coming in possible again.
19-16.
Good return.
Okay, here's a setup.
Put it away. Beautiful. Right in his hand.
Fink has
Instead of
so
going.
much. Go ahead, Fred.
Well, you know, I've told Luis many times that when he gets that shot, he's got to hit the angle. He's got to go cross court. And what he's trying to do is go over the top of the ball and reverse it.
16-19.
And the ball stays in the middle of the court.
Short.
That's a good serve if he can get it over the line.
Not short.
Dave has so much movement. He's saying to Bill that it's no, but that was short by 5, 6 inches.
Good return.
Wow, that's tough. Threading the needle on that.
Yeah.
Right corner kill. 17 to 19 now. We saw
17-19.
Good serve. A lot of movement.
To me, it looks like a screen, Fred.
$18-19. Point.
Now it's 19 to 19 to me. I don't know why. It's such a screen to me.
19-19.
Unbelievable. You see that movement that Dave has on the ball? Everything has such a huge natural hop. Now it's game point to force a tiebreaker here.
20-19.
Go back to the screen. And he
missed the setup.
Missed the setup that would take this into a tiebreaker.
So he didn't step into it.
19-20.
That's going to come up. Wow.
Side out.
That was a very tough shot to make right there. Dave wanted to let the ball drop. He wanted to go for the kill shot, and he was in a position where it was very difficult to do that. Here it is, game point to force tiebreaker. And it looks like he got it.
Point.
Dave Fink going to go to the tiebreaker here.
No. Ball slid on the wall.
I would have given him a hinder on that, but
That is now very upset Luis Moreno. A 5-minute timeout. Dave Fink takes Luis Moreno in the second game, 21 to 19. We're going to go to a tiebreaker. We are here at the Kansas City Athletic Club, the 3-wall Handball Fireball Classic. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Fred Lewis. Fred, talk about the WPH membership. We have a lot of people that are putting in time and effort to make an event like this happen. Pro prize money, the volunteers, the live webcasting that we're providing as well. It's a good feature, but it really does help when you support the organization. Why should you become a member of the WPH?
well, because the WPH is the future of handball, and if you care about the future of handball, then it would be nice to be supported financially. You know, the more money that we're able to collect, the more we're able to do. And everything that we've done to date in the past year has been quality events. Our junior national, world junior tournament, our intercollegiate tournament, our fireball tournament. This tournament is definitely a first-class tournament. The tournaments that we have scheduled in the future. And, you know, we keep pushing and pushing and pushing the envelope. And, you know, one day, you know, there's going to be a major sponsor out there that is going to discover what a great spectator sport this is. And, you know, this, what we're doing, we'll be able to, you know, take worldwide through, you know, other media sources. So the more members that we get, the better we're going to be able to continue to put on these events. So please support us.
You can support us by going to thehandballstore.com. That's www.thehandballstore.com. Get your membership, get your gear, buy the gloves, get the balls. As a special incentive during this live webcast, we're going to give you a dry fit WPH t-shirt, also a DVD from Dave Chapman, his instructional handball video. Those two together, about $90, and we're going to give it to you for free just by joining the WPH during this live webcast weekend here in Kansas City. Dave Fink loses the first one 21-12, and then he comes back to win the second one 21-19. The crowd, who was really against him there for a short time in the beginning of the first game, is now kind of getting behind him. Dave Fink going to go to 11 points, and like we said before this even started, he's played Luis Moreno 6 times. 5 of those have gone tiebreaker. Now he's played him 7 times, and 6 of those now going to a tiebreaker. These two have always battled, but Dave Fink has never beaten Luis Moreno. Today, maybe it could be a different day for Dave Fink. You see Dave Fink back on the court here. We're going to take a quick timeout from the courts. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. You stick around here at WePlayHandball.com. And we are back live from Kansas City for the WPH EKTELON Fireball Classic 3-wall tournament. Dave Fink loses the first one but comes back and wins the second one against Luis. Only scored 12 the first game. Luis scores 19 the second. Now we're going into a tiebreaker, and Luis not even changing his shirt for this tiebreaker. Unlike a 4-wall court, you don't really have to. There's not any diving, but I hear a lot of players say it doesn't feel good on your body.
0-0.
What do you think, Fred?
Whatever you feel comfortable with. Obviously, he feels okay with it, so.
Short.
That's a good call.
Second serve.
That's going to slide.
Trouble.
That was a good shot from Fink. Dug out by Luis. Nice opening rally right there. Dave Fink gets the side out. Crowd fairly quiet right now here, Fred. We're going to 11 points. Winner.
Well, David put that ball right on the
0-0.
wall where Luis couldn't do much with it, and he left it up in the front court. See what he does with this. Left it up.
Point. Side out.
Watch how many times they leave balls up in the front court and they get paid back.
0-0.
0 serve 0.
Point.
Such a smart serve. See if Luis
1-0.
goes behind himself. He looks over to that right wall to sell it. Stays over there. I don't see Luis even leaving that.
Side out.
Left the ball up in the front court again because he didn't move his feet.
The ref let him play through that too. There was a little slight screen. 0-0. 0-1. Excuse me.
Point. 1-1.
1 serves 1.
Deep. Second serve.
That's long.
Deep.
Too bad.
Side out.
That's double fault number 1. Let's
1-1.
just put that down here.
Watch. Shot.
That's a nice shot there. Dave's going to have to go way back to the crowd. Good return, though.
Out.
Ball's deep. Side out.
That's good court recognition from Dave Fink. I don't know what you call it, but that ball was deep by just a couple inches. 1-1.
Trouble.
Make that 2-1.
Point.
I think it's even harder to see that serve when he serves it high like that.
2-1.
Luis should be punching it back instead of hitting it overhand, open-handed.
You mean like a fist punch
like,
back down the right wall?
Yeah,
Second
like
serve.
Dave Chapman does.
That's going to catch.
Ball's deep.
Wow, deep call. Dave gets the point.
Three 1.
3 serves 1. Nice reach.
Well, he got away with it. Passed up his setup.
You don't seem to like that ceiling shot.
Well, I'd rather see him put the ball away. You got to set up, you take it.
You're pushing the guy back 55 feet, and you're standing on the short line for catching his return.
Look at this. Got lucky.
Point.
Sorry, I came from a generation
2-3.
where people knew how to finish. That's it.
But that was set up from the previous shot where he drove it back from hitting the roof.
But, right, because he didn't have the setup.
3-3.
The score is 3-3 here.
You get the shot, you got to finish.
The score is 3-3. This is the tiebreaker. We're going to 11. Fred Lewis and Dave Vincent, your broadcasting partners. This is the only time that we'll ever be on the court at the same time together.
Oh, that's not true. As soon as you get your first hip replacement, we'll play doubles together.
Getting my picture taken by my wife, and she's mad because I'm speaking.
You're in trouble, Dave.
30 seconds.
Finally.
Having a good time out here at the handball courts. Dave Chapman is watching the live webcast back at the hotel, and he agrees with me. Likes the power ceiling, he calls it, from Luis. That's what's setting up the points.
3-3.
3 serves 3. Wow, look at that thing. That roll up his chest.
Point.
That was an incredible serve from Luis.
Well, Dave was a little hesitant on that shot.
Point.
Another point.
5-3.
5 serves 3. Dave Fink's a lot like Team America in World Cup soccer. He has to be down in order to play better.
Great return. That was a tough shot. See what he does with that. Set up. Let's see what Luis does. And he stands up, and instead of hitting the ball hard, he hits it into the floor one more time.
3-5.
3 serves 5. Oh, he got Luis leaning to the right there. Nice setup, 4-5.
4-5.
That's deep. Second serve. We're going to 11 points.
Second serve.
Score is 4-5. The winner advances to play Dave Chapman. He's waiting for his match.
5-4.
6 o'clock Central Standard Time.
$6-4. I thought I hit the line.
Got him with 2 deep serves.
I had a bad
Big
angle.
hops both ways.
Ball was out.
No, I saw it.
Dave saw that deep. I didn't see it. Now Luis has that fresh ball.
7-4.
7 serves 4. And this thing's fast.
Another deep serve. I think Luis has decided to go with the deep serve. Let's see how David defends.
8-4.
8 serves 4.
Well, 4 in a row he's missed.
Now watch Luis go to a crack, though. He has
9-4.
that one that just sneaks over the line.
I think he's in a comfort level now. Let's see what he does with this. Too hard.
Ball's deep.
Good eye, Dave.
Well, gave him a break.
Side up.
Let him back in it. See what happens
4-9.
here.
4 serves 9. Dave's now telling the crowd that they're terrible. Wow, that ball just cut down off the front wall. That's when you...
No, he took a chance. He went for it.
9-4.
9 serves 4. Look at that ball hop away. Unbelievable. Reverse.
Dave's not reading it. He's got to read it. It's not that hard to return.
10-4.
See what he does with this. Hinder.
Hold it.
Good call.
Luis was still kind of standing high.
10-4.
He bent a little bit more that time, but it still wasn't enough. There it is. The game's over.
Serve. The only reason Luis won this game is because of the serve.
Luis Moreno now going to face Dave Chapman tonight at 6 o'clock. Coming up at 5 will be Emmett Pachot and Andy Nett. We're going to take a timeout here from the courts, although our camera is still affixed on Dave Fink. For Fred Lewis and Omar Lemus, my name is Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. Thanks for tuning in. WePlayHandball.com.